today's video, you're going to get to see us take this old Ford dump truck and convert the flatbed that was on it, the flatbed dump, to sort of a service body, and get to see us build a headache rack and see where we got the lights on the headache rack and stuff such as that. So hope you enjoy it and stay tuned.
Okay, so on our 1973 F-350 with the flatbed dump on it here, we bought this thing. We've had it, what, 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
And when we bought it, we saw it when we bought it. It's kind of an odd thing. The dump bed has got wood railings on it. So if you want to get a shot of the wood railings under there. And we'd never seen a
Can't
dump
really
truck.
see it because of the toolbox, but
yeah,
back here.
We'd never seen a dump truck before that had wood railings, and it was cut out exactly to fit on that truck railing there. And the front end of them have rotted off, and the back end at the pivot point where the bracket that pivots is mounted to the wood railing, it was splitting off. So you've got 5 bolts there, and the top 3 are split off on the back side. The bottom 2 was about what was holding. So we decided that we were going to fix this thing right and put some channel iron on it to replace these wood railings. We still didn't know. We thought that something had happened to this truck and they replaced the channel iron with wood. But I've been searching YouTube and I finally found a guy that had a 71 F-350 like this. It was just a straight flatbed, and I thought I could see wood railings, so I messaged him on it or commented on it, and he answered me that it actually was wood railings that he had. Then I saw a guy with a Chevrolet truck. It's about a 71. He had the exact same bed, and on the back of it you can see it says Ford on the back, so we know it's a Ford bed. And he commented that his truck Chevrolet had a Ford bed, and it dumped, and we could actually see that it had channel iron railings for the dump bed. So what we're doing now, we've cut the wiring loose, got it all labeled up, and cut the wiring loose for the lights. And we took the pin out for the dump to begin with and started to take out the bolts for the mechanism where the dump cylinder bolts to the railings on this, the wood railings. And 2 of the bolts were behind the alignment piece of metal there. So we had to put the pivot pin back in and raise it up a little bit, and we're taking out these bolts. We're going to let it back down and then take the dump pin out and get this thing where we can jack it up enough that we can drive the truck out from under it. Then we'll put the railings, the channel iron, we're thinking on the truck first, and then get everything lined up there and put the bed on top of it, fasten the bed onto it with the railings on the truck. At least that's the plan, and we'll modify it as necessary as we go along.
Ready?
Yeah, on this side here we've got a toolbox. It's a wood toolbox that was built up under the bed there, and in order to get to the bolts where the cylinder mounts to the railings of the dump bed, we've got to get this toolbox off. We've tried to get off, but they fastened up pretty good, so we decided we're not putting it back up under it, so we're just going to do that demolition thing. Or not. Yeah, okay, so what we're doing here, we're jacking the bed up enough that we can block it with these barrels to get where we can come off of the frame with the bed once we get it raised up. A lot of OSHA approved working here. Okay, so we got this one blocked. There's my blocking engineer.
Okay, hold it right there. All right,
exactly
come on,
what.
come on, Daisy. It sounds like it's weak or something. Yep, you're clear. We're about to cut our channel iron off to the right length for the bed. Alright, we got one side cut and we got it sitting up on the truck. So now we just got to figure out how far we want the bed to sit to the front of the truck. And a 12-foot piece of metal is a lot lighter than a 20-foot piece of metal.
Okay, we bought us a magnetic drill that we're going to open up. That's the brand. We bought it off of Amazon. Okay, pocket knife again. Oh, Daisy. Hello, girl. Our help. Our help. Okay. Daisy. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Daisy. Okay, ready to record?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to try out our magnetic drill. You take it, set it down there. We're going to get it lined up. Put a center punch on it there. Try to. Yeah, I think that's
That looks
lined
pretty
up.
good right there.
Okay, so flip the switch. Energizes the magnet. It's supposed to be about 3,000 pounds of holding force on it, and it holds. So where's the safety lock for that?
On that little chair there.
On the where?
Chair.
Okay. Using our cutting fluid.
That's pretty sharp.
So that's the drillingest thing that I've ever had, I believe. Putting the paint job on the bed of the F-350.
Alright, so we've got some toolboxes for this truck. And they're just sitting up there on it right now. They're not mounted down or anything. But we got 4 of them, 2 for each side. And I think that's probably about where they're going to sit. We got to build us a headache rack or whatever you call that thing that goes on the back there, and we're going to put some smokestacks up here. But it's coming together pretty good. Got the body painted. It's looking pretty good. Alright, what we're doing now is working on building a headache rack for the truck. We've got some upright pieces cut the end of them. We gotta saw them off for length. And then we've got this piece here for the across the top. And that is marking it now to cut it. We're getting ready to cut it. Alright, so we're working on tacking our headache rack together now. We got our angle set here. What do you call that tool?
I don't know. Angle thing.
Got it welded together. We're working on sawing the legs off to length now. And then we'll go stand it up on the truck, see what it looks like. Then we're going to weld expanded steel up here and a solid piece of metal down here. So it's looking pretty good. Okay, we got it stood up here just for visualization purposes. And it looks pretty good. Alright, I laid the headache rack up on the trailer with a piece of expanded steel. And I'm going to, when I traced it, so now I'm going to cut out the piece of expanded steel for the headache rack. Alright, I got the expanded steel cut and welded on. I welded it on the other side too. I think it looks pretty good. So I got to get a piece cut, solid piece cut for here now. Alright, I'm marking the flat piece. We thought we had a heavier piece of metal than this, but what I'm going to do instead is put 2 more pieces of square tubing in there, 2 pieces straight down, to help strengthen that thinner piece, but it should be fine. Alright, so I got this piece, flat piece welded on and the 2 support pieces there, and we got our spots center punched for our lights, and we're getting ready to use our mag drill to drill those.
Here. Okay, ready?
Alrighty, I got the lights wired up for the headache rack. I started out going to use these. I did use them on this one here, but I got some wire nuts and that worked a whole lot better. They're bright and I think they look good. And they're on this side over here too. Just got it wired to the battery there, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so I got the headache rack welded on today. And I got the lights in it. Dad is standing there holding the wires on the battery. We don't have it wired up yet to the truck, but I think it looks pretty good. Cut those a little bit short. The bed actually sags in the middle a little, so I had to use some square metal or a little square rod to fill in a gap there, and I put a little piece there and there to fill in a gap. The ends touch fine. Alright, gonna mount these toolboxes to the truck. I'm gonna drill some little pilot holes in the bottom of the toolboxes. And then we're going to use these screws here to screw it down with. I'm going to do maybe 6 on each one. Hopefully that'll be enough. We might add a couple more if we need to. But I think we're going to give about that much gap in between the headache rack and the toolboxes. And then we're going to build us some wood sideboards for the back. Alright, got the first one mounted on. With 6 screws. I got the second one mounted on. Alright, we got all the toolboxes mounted and the headache rack welded on. So now we're working on some lights to go here and one at the front. The hole's a little bit too big, so we're going to put a washer there. I'm working on building some rails back behind the toolboxes so their stuff doesn't fall off. That's what I got so far. Got some boards sticking up straight, and I'm getting ready to cut that board to length and mount it. The wind is probably going to be bad, but anyway, I got the railings built around the back of the truck and tailgate. I might burn them or I might stain them. I don't know exactly what yet. But anyway, that's what it looks like. I think it turned out pretty good. Sort of finishes the truck off, the look of the truck off. About what we got left now is building us a plate for the tail lights and wiring the lights up, and that'll about complete our bed project. There's some other stuff that the truck will have to do eventually, but we're getting close to the end of our initial bed repair project. I decided that for now I was going to burn the sideboards and the tailgate, and that's what it looks like. Everything looks pretty good. I don't know how it'll last. We'll see. If I have to, I can paint it black or stain it or something, but we'll see. I got the sideboards burned. Gives them a nice look. Like I said, I don't know how long that'll last, but we'll see. But I think that just makes the truck look pretty good. The dog's got a stick. I still got to do the tail lights on the back and wire our lights up on the bed. But I think I'm going to stop right here with this video. I think it turned out pretty good, especially when we finish up wiring our lights and everything. The truck runs good. You got the dump controls in here. Of course, your gear shift. One of those is your PTO, and one of them is the dump one. That one right there is the dump, and that's the PTO. Speedometer, no tachometer, fuel gauge, everything in here. Horn doesn't work right now, but here's the truck. Thank you everybody who watched. If you liked it, please like the video and subscribe, and God bless y'all.